Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is February 7th, 2017, and we were just looking at some data coming in from Yellowstone and harmonic tremors now occurring. So let's take a look at the data. So taking a look at this data from the USGS, and this is a heliplot or seismogram as they call it, and you can see this is from Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming. Gives you the current time in UTC. But what we're looking at here are these, what started out as small harmonic tremors. And then we have another one here that I'm circling. And then another one here. A smaller one here. And then another one here, where you can see my cursor. Now these harmonic tremors are quite alarming, and we're going to take a look at a basic chart that shows you the differences in these seismology anomalies that occur on these seismograms. And we're going to take a look here, and this is tectonic like earthquakes. So this helps you identify what you're seeing on these seismograms. Shallow volcanic earthquakes. This is what it would kind of look like on your seismogram. Goes down to surface events such as an explosion or any type of equipment that would be running over the ground, disturbing the seismic device that is in the ground. And then we have the harmonic tremors. Now we're showing what looks like either tectonic like earthquakes or harmonic tremors. So looking back at the seismogram, these are definitely disturbances, and they do look like harmonic tremors. And the reason why we're keeping such a close eye on Yellowstone is over the last few days and last week, this is a map showing you the seismic activity in Yellowstone, and this is coming directly from the University of Utah. They do monitor Yellowstone and Yellowstone National Park, and we're just going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit because I want to show you what's occurring now in the squared area that you see here. This is the Yellowstone National Park, but this caldera is absolutely massive. And we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit more, and you can see all of the little yellow dots here, and these are all signifying small earthquake tremors. Now over here to the right, you're going to see they're not that large. 2.4, 1.4, there was a 3.4. So we're going to continue to monitor this, but with these harmonic tremors, that is a clue that something is definitely going on underneath Yellowstone. And that, folks, is very, very alarming. And just for everyone's information, let's just take a look at Wikipedia's definition of harmonic tremor. A harmonic tremor is a sustained release of seismic and infrasonic energy typically associated with the underground movement of magma, the venting of volcanic gases from magma, or both. So I'll leave a link to all of this information in the description box. But once again, these are very, very alarming, and I'm going to go ahead and just use the little magnifier here so we could just take a look at these. You can clearly see that there's something going on. Move further down here, and these all identify very, very closely as harmonic tremors. And like I've said before, the only thing that we can do is hope and pray that nothing ever occurs in Yellowstone pertaining to any type of eruption. So we are going to continue to monitor the situation all day and all week. And once again, the only thing we can do is pray that nothing occurs here in the Yellowstone National Park and the big caldera Now, there has been a lot of earthquake activity, and we're going to just go ahead and bump into some earthquake activity real quick. And what I've noticed over the past 7 days is earthquake activity around the world. It's not really increasing as in the frequency, meaning how many earthquakes are occurring. But like I've said before, they're moving from stages of their magnitude. A few weeks ago, we were looking at magnitudes in the high 3s, and then following that, magnitudes in the high 4s. Now we are reaching magnitudes in the 5s. And whenever we start getting into magnitude 6 and 7, well, naturally, that's going to create destruction. So let's just take a look at some of these earthquakes. Now, this is a 4.8 down in Chile. Now, all of the earthquakes for the last several days are not on this particular map, but we're going to go ahead and pan over to Greece. Has been having a lot of magnitude 5, 5.1, 5.2 earthquakes over the past several days. We're here in India, 5.6. Now here's a low 4.4 over in Japan, but then you move down to the South Pacific area, 5.7. And then another one, 5.1. Now again, folks, all of these earthquakes, all of them, they're not on this particular map. What we can do is we could just go head over to the European map and show you what exactly is going on. Now, this is a 24-hour period right now in Europe. And you can see 4.7, 4.5. I don't even think I could get that close to this one here. There's so many earthquakes stacked on top of each other right here near Greece. 4.4, 5.3, and eventually, folks, as always, this energy is going to pass right into central Italy, and they may be in store for a magnitude 5, 5.5, or even a magnitude 6 coming within the next few days. We could take a look at the world map real quick as far as earthquake activity goes, and again, you can take a look at these. 5.6. Here's one way down here in the lower Pacific. 5.3. 5.1. 5.1 over here, South America. 5.7. 4.8. So the magnitude of the earthquakes is increasing, and it's almost like a scheduled event. And we've been following this now for the last 2 months. And the earthquakes are going to steadily rise as we move into the month of February. Meaning the last 2 weeks of February, we may be looking at some very severe earthquake activity. And something else that has also been occurring that we need to pay very close attention to is volcanic activity. Let's just take a look at volcano discovery real quick, because there's been a lot of earthquakes in a lot of these areas, and I do believe that these earthquakes are wakening a lot of these volcanoes. Cinnabung right now, they have an advisory, ash advisory, multiple eruptions on Cinnabung, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, I know Kalima has been erupting, and Bogoslav in Alaska. So we are going to continue to monitor all of these situations like we do every single day. I will leave links to all of this information in the description box. And as I have mentioned before, if you live in any of these areas where you have volcanoes and earthquake activity, I'll leave a link to Volcano Discovery, because they have a fantastic application for your cell phone. So you can go to Volcano Discovery. Right up here at the header banner, you will see the word app. Simply click on the app and you can download the Volcano Discovery application for your cell phone, set up all the parameters, and it works off of the GPS on your cell phone. So if there is an earthquake or volcano in your area, you will be notified. So folks, always make sure that you have a preparedness plan, especially if you have a family, wife and children at home. Make sure everyone knows the safety plan. So we're going to continue to monitor this situation all day. Now, we've been seeing these harmonic tremors over the past few days here in Yellowstone, but what I'm thinking here is possibly over the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm hoping that this does not keep occurring, because this is very eye-opening. This is very, very, very alarming. So once again, folks, don't be scared. Be prepared. Make sure you have your safety plan in-house with your family. And we will be back later on today with another full report. So continue to stay tuned to the Nibiru channel. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce one of our new affiliate sponsors, Food for Liberty. And they provide the highest quality long-term food storage, water purification, and survival prepper supplies. All foods have a 25-year shelf life, certified non-GMO ingredients, and also a gluten-free option. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very smart idea to have at least a 30-day supply of food and water in the case of any emergency. So there will be a link provided in the description box under this video for Food for Liberty. I'd like to thank all of our Nibiru watchers. You guys do a fantastic job. Would also like to thank you for your loyal subscribership. You can continue to email your photographs and your video to NibiruPlanetX2016@gmail.com. And don't forget to share our videos with your friends and family members on Facebook. And subscribe to the Nibiru channel for all of our current updates. And like I always say, keep an eye in the sky.